Okay, this is Flourishing Death. Oh boy. And now that's back. Damn it. Yeah, this may be one of those, like, and we are stopping for the evening type of fights. Oh, he's weak, though. Central one's weak. Items. Papiote, I can use that to my advantage. Mending Light. Split Ball. Okay. Pandore. Damn it. Flourish. Oh no, not again. Combo, you know what? Ending Light. And you know what? We're gonna do Vespertine Cannons again. Why? Because... why not? Galen Light. Haha. And I got the triple kill. 720. Impossible! You defeated the Phase Reaper. Its speed is second to none. I suppose we have someone faster now. You'll leave me no choice. I knew we'd have to make short work of you lot.
As I was saying, I didn't believe that was one of the previous.
You're done hiding behind your minions. Oh, what is this? Comeuppance. Backstab. No! Finally rid of this monster. Thank you, everyone. Don't mention it, Sarai. We're in this together. Do you need a moment? I'm good. First time I feel like smiling in forever, actually. Haha, that's great. Since we're taking out the trash, do you reckon we can destroy this portal? Valerie? With pleasure. What happened? It's like it backfired. Cedric, any readings on this thing? Deep tissue scanner online. Scan complete.
It is made of meat.
Report. Analyzing. Please hold. Results indicate a strong presence of an unknown material consisting of an advanced mix of biotics and cybernetics. Based on the particles in the air, your attempt to destroying it caused an estimated 0.00005% of its mass to explode. Well, depending on how big that is, that could be big, or that could be meh. This thing is booby-trapped? Affirmative. What you have before you is a bomb powerful enough to obliterate this very planet. Recommended action. Leave it be. But this thing sends monsters across the universe. There has to be a way. Negative. The structure is enmeshed with an infinitely intricate pattern of nerves. Only a very fast series of precise cuts could deactivate it. Sounds right up Zale's alley. Negative. Material is designed to react to solstice magic especially. Extrapolation models indicate that given its volatility, the Flesh Monster is yet unable to weave this material into dwellers. Recommended action. Knock on wood. That bastard. Verlot. Oh, hey, this guy we rescued quite a while ago.
Eons ago.
Verlot? The Sacrosanct spires almost took my mind, but in the end I have found what I was looking for. You have accomplished many great deeds, brave ones, but this is a job for my wind blades. Please, step aside. Ew. Amazing footwork. I've played my part. It now falls to you to put an end to this. Please, be kind to the summoners in the rooms ahead. Their minds are still addled by the Soul Curator's mind control spell, but they will not engage you. You'd be wise to take this opportunity to rest there. It also has a teleporter to the entrance should you wish to take care of any unfinished business.
Oh, perfect.
Yay! Midpoint! Or at least a point. Thank you for your help, Verlo. It is I who should thank you for saving my world, Solin and Luana. You and your companions have come a long way. The Fleshmancer awaits right above the summoner's room. Godspeed! We have 3 minutes. Let's go talk to these guys. Your business with it is with our master. Nor quarrel will come from us. We are peaceful servants. Oh wait, we also still have to wait, I'm not sure if we still have to deal with the Quadro. What are you? You're a shop. I carry a small inventory. Do you need anything? The Obsidian, Plasma Blade, nope. Spark Mesh. Nope. Braze. Lazagners! Braze! Okay, we don't need Salix Corks, we don't need the FRG Daggers. We don't need the one Spark Mesh Cape. We are not here to challenge your right to an audience with our master. You have already earned it by reaching this place. Feel free to use the room to my right as a place of rest. Also, the teleporter to my left can take you back to the entrance if you want. Let's see what these two say. We'll finish out on a story from Teeks then. The Fleshmancer watches over countless worlds. We are honored to be so close with him. Oh, great Fleshmancer, please hear our prayer. And there's a chest in here. Question pack 10! I have not done anything dealing with that. Word. So, sub camp. Check in with everybody. There's solstice shrines. Stallion. Sean. Sure. Alright, let's see. Let's do Paradise Lost. Yvilda was a fair leader who cared not for titles. The stories say that she spent an equal time at Aventry Manor, as she did in town with our people. Under her reign, Lucent knew prosperity, and upheld its title as Bastion of Light like never before. By her side was Duke Aventry, a proud noble and fierce defender of his land and people. Ever stalwart, it is said that the flame of his dedication to Lucent burned only cooler than that of his fiery love for Yvilda. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Whether to go with a German pronunciation or with an American accent.
I don't know.
Despite the looming threat of the Clockwork Castle, they managed to keep their people safe, happy, and hopeful. One night, during a long journey abroad, like so many others, Duke Aventry was awoken by an emissary carrying urgent orders. Yvilda demanded that he return to Lucent at once, offering no explanation beyond hinting at some dire threat. When the Duke arrived, he was greeted by a raging firestorm. A sizable portion of the land was burning, but there were no enemy forces in sight. A sun solstice warrior had turned evil, hiding somewhere on the island, who would come out at once a day to deplete his powers, slowly burning away at the landscape. Thanks to the trail of conflagration, he was easily tracked. Their flight persisted for days on end, but for all his might, Duke Aventry was unable to defeat the evil Solstice Warrior. Seeing the collateral damage caused by their battle, he accepted they were at a stalemate and retreated, in order to avoid further destruction of his already bleeding land. Struck by despair in the face of his inability to protect his people, Duke Aventry let his guard down, and walked in walked the enemy. Fleshmancer Acolyte 2 approached in disguise, and offered him a magic shard. "This ancient shard was made by the Ovates themselves," she lied, fully aware of Duke Aventry's weakened state of mind. "It will enshroud your island in complete darkness for one day, blocking all light from the sun and moon. My enemy's powers would..." he mused. But... Playing to Duke Aventry's sense of honor, the two gave him a final nudge. "The Solstice Warrior hasn't been playing by the rules either. Surely you wish to protect your people?" she asked. Duke Aventry accepted the shard and thanked her for her help. "Simply smash the shard with conviction, and its magic will awaken," Tu explained on her way out. He wasted no time in smashing the shard, and by voluntarily activating the curse on his island, played right into the Acolyte's hands. Everything went fine at first. The night shroud covered the land, and Duke Aventry made short work of the weakened Solstice Warrior. As celebrations began, they began to put out a call for wind mages to gather the waves strong enough to flood the eastern part of the island. The flames were extinguished at last, but in doing so, those areas were transformed into the famous swamps we know today. It was a change welcomed by all, for it came in hand with their victory. It took a few weeks until it became clear to all that the Night Shroud would never recede. Despite overwhelming support from his people, Duke Aventry could not forgive himself for his mistake. Finally realizing who had really given him the magic shard, he departed for the Clockwork Castle. On that day, Duke Aventry played into the Acolyte's hands for the second time. While he was away, Fleshmancer Acolyte 3 infiltrated the Aventry Manor and killed Ewilda. Thus, the ritual completed, and the seed of evil was planted in the mansion which, a few centuries later, would grow into the Dweller of Woe. Completely defeated, over the following days Duke Aventry died of sadness and despair. As if fate hadn't been cruel enough, over 200 years later, Romaya found his urn, and raised him from the dead to be her bodyguard. For decades, Duke roamed the swamps he once ruled over, his memory completely gone, feeling nothing save for an inexplicable sadness. In bouts of clarity, he'd feel a brief but very deep yearning for something he just couldn't put his finger on. Such was the Duke's lot for half a century until one day, young Solstice Warriors reclaimed Evilda's locket and brought it to him. His memory now restored, Duke Aventry smashed the locket, and in doing so broke the tether binding his soul to the material plane. At long last he found peace and was free to leave his world. The end. And rest. And save. So, I'm not sure why I'm getting the, there are undone,
Well, maybe there are. I don't know.
The only thing I could think of is something that only opens up post-game. Yes, there is a post-game, but that's because I know this. Because the
Spoilers.
Not spoilers, actually. Kickstarter actually said, like, post-game content, essentially.
Okay.
And it got that. So, yes, that thing is... I know that because, quite literally, it's... No.
Part of the Kickstarter, so...
Part of the Kickstarter. So, as such, we should be resuming, essentially, I believe we're going to be doing more Satisfactory this Tuesday, and
Yeah.
Thursday should resume as well.
Yeah, but we probably aren't going to be doing anything big for a while.
Yeah.
Well, different.
But next week we should probably be finally finishing up Sea of Stars. At least main game. You guys can do your own post game. I am not doing that.
Well, not on stream, at least.
Not on stream. That is for me and me alone. As for what we're doing next, yes, I did actually reveal that we're going to be going and doing Bloodstained. And not the 2D, like the old NES style. We're actually going to be doing Bloodstained itself. Which, it has been mentioned probably in a long while that, yes, it's another one of my Kickstarters that I backed. So, I am going to be going back in there and playing Bloodstained, and we're going to try and get through the game. Now, are we going to treat it like, let's say, Sea of Stars, where I try and get 100%? No. This is a Castlevania game.
It's pretty extensive in terms of its extra content.
Yeah, they just updated, like last month. And yes, I mean, in December, or, like, November, they added another, they added a randomizer boss rush to the game. So, yeah, we're not doing all the content. We're just going to do the main storyline. And that's it. As for why we're doing Bloodstained, I just wanted to do an action game again. I really liked
doing RPGs like this and Final Fantasy, but it does wear on you when they take 30 to 40 plus hours to finish.
Yeah. Whereas, like, I liked how quick we got through D-Lit and Wonder Labyrinth. Admittedly, D-Lit and Wonder Labyrinth isn't a big game by any standards.
Yeah.
And there are things in there that I haven't finished yet or completed. And the dev is doing a new game using the same tech and engine that they got from D-Lit to make a new IP, which that one is going to be Switch only for a bit. But what we're going to be doing after Bloodstained, I'll figure that out. We may return to some of the older RPGs, or maybe return to Ghostwire. I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, well, now you can.
Yeah.
Instead of being technology locked.
Yeah. As for everything, next week will probably, hopefully, like 100% be the final stream for Sea of Stars, because if I have to go into overtime to do final boss, probably, rather than waste time. But other than that, as stated, we should probably be returning back to Satisfactory, which
we'll probably have more than a couple months at this point, even if we fudge some things.
Yeah. Admittedly, I know Eddie wants to get working on some of the other games on the list. I think he really wanted to move on to Doom Eternal or do a thing of Lethal Company.
Yeah, well...
Or Lies of P, I think. I think he said that if we went with...
He wanted to do Lies of P, but as he stated, until his schedule is solidified, essentially, and he's guaranteed not to have, like, oh, hey, I can't do anything this week. Surprise, surprise. Or, I'm, I am going to stream tonight. Oh, 15 minutes beforehand. Nah, I gotta do this.
Yeah, admittedly, he has mentioned that certain responsibilities at work have lightened up because they've been transferred off of him. But that sounds like it's also opening things up for him to deal with later on. Anyway, hopefully next week is going to be the final stream of Sea of Stars. I will probably finish out the game. I'm not going to be doing, like, all the trophies because one of them is equipping the one-hit wonder relic and beating all the bosses with it.
That sounds pretty difficult.
Ooh, correction. 12 of the bosses with it equipped. Which that's
Wait, just 12 bosses anywhere, or 12 bosses specifically these ones?
12 bosses in the game in total. And by the time you get it in the end game, you can only do about 7.
Well, it sounds like something that you should, like, have to restart the game, essentially.
It is a New Game Plus piece of equipment. And a lot of people say, yeah, you're probably going to have to do New Game Plus, but don't try and do the plus plus, aka the harder mode of it.
Yeah, but the thing is that something like that, unless you're really skilled, I would think most of the end game bosses in your new game is going to be hard enough, and then New Game Plus, even the beginning bosses are possibly going to be a bit difficult.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of an odd one, that.
Yeah. So some of them I'm probably on my way of getting fairly easily.
Unless you can apply it to your previous achievements, essentially, to another new save, essentially.
Some of them can, but anyway, we're getting a little off topic.
Yeah, anyway.
Essentially, at this point, next week we should be finishing up on Friday for Sea of Stars. So please tune in on that. It may go a little bit longer. So I may try and do the game a bit, start it a bit earlier. Just so that we have time to finish it out. But Tuesday we should have Satisfactory, which we're going to try and finish that out at least, but I don't think we're going to be starting a new game, at least with Eddie's going to be starting a new game anytime soon. But as for podcasts, nothing's currently available, but you can check out the previous ones on all major platforms, so Apple, Google, Spotify. All the streams are archived on our YouTube channel, so if you want to play catch up, they're there. We're on all major social media, so that's Facebook, Instagram, Tweaks, depending on how long that lasts. But anyway, thanks for everybody for joining, and we hope you have a good night.